Welcome to Casa de Gunner. I'm your host, Pablo Gunner, for Talking Nerdy Vlogcast. This episode is sponsored by Gamers Anonymous, which is where I got this game, Destiny, on the PS4, which I'm going to be talking nerdy to you about. I had to find out what all the hullabaloo was about myself personally. A lot of people said it was garbage, a lot of people said it was really good. There's people that are hardcore about it, there's people that hardcore hate on it. So, being the kind of person that, hey, I want to see for myself how this is, I took this as the perfect opportunity to do so. Multiple classes, like 3 or 4 classes. They're pretty basic, you know, you got your soldier, you got your assassin, and then you have your magic user. And I just picked the person that looked the coolest, so in other words, I picked the person that looked like Star-Lord.
Who? Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw?
You can alter the appearance, so by the end of the process, I didn't look like Star-Lord except for the way I was dressed. But over time, that changed because I had, you know, you upgrade. You know, you get better loot, as they say. Which I really didn't, the looting didn't seem too strong with me. That was something that I heard about that was great about it. And I felt it was pretty weak. Like, I would say only like maybe 2 or 3 times did I actually find loot that I could use. Most of the stuff, like you'll find guns along the way that's just random, but I mean like actual like a cache full of stuff that you loot. That seemed like a rarity. Like I said, I got up to level 10 and you can see, like, I started off, like, really badly because I'm not really good at first-person shooters, which I will say, like, as far as first-person shooters go, this game is on point. And that was one thing that I did hear, is that this was, like, a compilation of different games. It was a compilation of Halo, it was a compilation of Borderlands, as well as other games. And I didn't really get the Halo feel. Like, you feel it sometimes, but it's not that strong. Like, visually it doesn't look like it. You're not jumping up, you know, and down like an idiot, dropping your nuts on people's faces, you know, any of that immature shit. And it's not cartoony or as stylistic as Borderlands were. Like, when you shoot people, numbers do pop up, but not like ridiculous the way it was. Like, that was, in Borderlands, is exaggerated. This has a lot more serious tone. And I would say it has a serious tone in the story, but there really isn't much of a story. So, if you're a story-driven gamer, it might not be for you. Because, really, what it comes down to is, like, there's the bad guys, the Fallen, and then there's you, the good guys, the Guardians. And then you have the darkness and the light.
The dark side and the light.
Kind of want to hate on it because of that, but then when I think about it, I go, that sounds a lot like Star Wars. So I kind of can't hate on it because of that, because it more or less is boiled down to that. I get that Star Wars is a lot more story-driven, but it's also a movie series, not a video game. The gameplay is so sharp. The gameplay is so on point. I mean, visuals, anything that's put out, I feel like anything that's put out on the PlayStation 4, it's going to look amazing. I will say, like, at first, you have some really crappy weapons. Like, I got a shotgun, it was supposed to be my special weapon, and the kickback was so ridiculous. By the time I came back down to shoot another enemy, like, they were in my face attacking me. It was kind of awful. But it was one of those things where every single weapon I used felt different in so many different ways. And if you really shot a gun, you know what that's like. And so it felt pretty solid. It felt pretty real. You can tell that I really suck at FPSs because when I started, I was so garbage. And then as time went on, I slowly got better. I really dig space stuff. You know, I always relate that to Mass Effect, which is my favorite series ever. So anything that I can relate to that, I automatically enjoy it. And like I said, there's not much of a story. There is a story in there, but it's very broken. It's very sparse, you know, like it's like you get tidbits in and during a mission, like usually towards the end of a mission. And then by the time you complete your next mission, you forgot what the heck the story was from the previous mission. And it takes a while. So, like, the game really is not, like, super hard. even like playing by yourself. I mean, it is a lot harder if you play by yourself. That's one thing that, you know, kind of steers me away from this is, one, I'm a cheapo, so I don't have PlayStation Plus. Two, I'm a one-man wolf pack, so I don't like playing with other people. But I did get the free trial for PlayStation Plus for 2 days. And for those 2 days, I did play with a friend, and it was a blast. It was a lot of fun. And that is how the game is meant to be played, with other people. Now, even if you don't have PlayStation Plus, you can still play with other people in the sense that, like, they're in the same world. Like, you can say, hey buddy, I'm going to this planet, will you help me out on this planet? But I don't think he can go with you on missions. Like, you can't be part of a team. So that's where, as far as that goes. And that's the hardest part, the actual legit missions, especially the points where you can't respawn exactly where you were at. They have like respawn points, so you go all the way back to like a save point. Because it's a multiplayer thing, there's things that pop up called events, and they happen to pop up in certain areas, so it's a great way to get a lot of XP, which you need, because this requires a lot of grinding, a lot of time. That's part of it. But like I said, the events were so epic, they were so much fun. I wanted to do more of those. Gameplay is on point, everything looks great, everything's really cool. You know, there's different enemies. I don't have a lot of time, as I've said in previous other video game reviews, as well as I don't have PlayStation Plus because I'm a cheapo, and also because I don't see the point to it because I really don't play online with people that much. Like I said, all those things. I'm a lone wolf, I'm a cheapo, and I'm a story-driven gamer. All those elements are the reasons why I don't see myself playing this that much in the future. I'm not saying it's a bad game, because it's not. It's all based on what kind of gamer you are. You like FPSs, you're going to love this. You like MMOs, you're going to love this. You like playing with friends, you're going to love this. If you're anything like me, you're not going to hate it, because I still enjoyed what I played. And that's what I'm saying, is it's not a bad game. I still think it's worth checking out. So, like I said, if you're a hardcore FPS or MMO, or just you like playing online with friends, it's probably a buy or a strong buy for you. Now, for me, I give it a rent, because it's a strong rent, because it's pretty solid. It's definitely worth trying out yourself. So that's what I have to say about that. Destiny on the PS4, strong rent. Alrighty, my fellow nerds and gamers, thank you for watching the video. Tell me what you think of it. Tell me what you think of the game if you played it, or anything else. And remember, if you want a free digital comic, just be a subscriber, like and comment, and I'll hook you up with one of these comics. Black Widow, number 6, The Mighty Thor, number 10, Civil War 2, The Fallen, number 1. So, like I said, like, comment, be a subscriber, I'll hook you up with one of those free digital comics. Remember, you can find all things Top Nerd to me at TNTM The Show. And for all your retro gaming needs, make sure you go to Gamers Anonymous. That's it for me now, saying keep your eye out for the sequel to Destiny's Child. Talk nerdy to me?